Ladies and gentlemen, just for the interwebs out there, Sebastion Envi, strong style cinephile, and camera setup is ain't it right now. But Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's geek about it for a scant few minutes. There's already a bunch of reviews out there on it, just talking to the goodness of the film. Saw it last night. Wanted to see it Thursday. Some stuff happened when picking up my mom from the airport. Her flight got super delayed. Shocker. And it ran into the start time on Thursday night when I wanted to see it, so I got another ticket for last night. Went to see it and dug it. I really wanted to get it out of the way just because I had. It's hard trying to avoid spoilers when social media, on your Twitters or X and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. I had YouTube actually like spoil one of the cameos in the film for me inadvertently. Like I wasn't looking for it or anything. It just came up as like a recommended video. So that was annoying. But finally got to see it. I liked it. It was a fitting third chapter in the saga. Hopefully they know when to stop at 4 because it's good. There's even a joke about like how long he's been playing the character or will play the character. I'm really hoping that's not the case. Feige's already gone on record saying they're not going to recast Hugh Jackman in the near future, I think, something like that. But hopefully they do. I mean, we know they will because they're going to have to. Dude's like in his 50s. You can't keep on playing Wolverine. Him playing the character as long as he has brought a history, brought a weight to the character, to the variant. Because, I mean, it's no secret he's a variant of Wolverine. But when you get into his backstory, the reason why he's the way he is, why he's wearing the suit now finally, it adds just to it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Hugh Jackman, as much as I don't think he was right for the character of Wolverine, I mean, Hugh was what we had, and he was good for the most part in the films that he had, outside of like the couple of shitty ones that he had, solo films. But he was good in this. In the raging moments, we finally got to see like Wolverine cut loose and be bloody and stuff, and bloody other people. That was cool to see some of the cameo characters in situations where they could cut loose and shed some blood. Was nice. I'd seen some reviews where it made it seem like the cameos in this were brought in and instantly off, like they were in Multiverse of Madness, and that's not the case, which surprised me. They came in, they actually had some good lines, had some good action, and they were used in such a better, more meaningful way than they were in Multiverse of Madness, although we got to see a live action Captain Carter, which of course I marked out for. But she was rather, in the grand scheme of the film, underwhelming. The cameos in this case were not that. The story is kicked off really by Wade, Deadpool, wanting to be a better person, he's having sort of a midlife crisis sort of moment where you get older, you get into your 40s, and like I am, I'm old. And you start thinking about just your impact, your and your legacy, and how other people see you, and how other people, what you mean to them, and that's sort of like the genesis of this story. And I had seen where something talking about how like heartwarming the film is, and at the root of it, it really is a heartwarming tale of just a guy who just wants to find his place in life and wants to matter in the eyes of the people that he loves the most. I mean, it doesn't get any more heartwarming than that. It's just filled with a whole bunch of like blood and death and biting, fourth wall breaking, meta jokery. Because there are some deep cuts in this from some of the comments and stuff that Deadpool is making throughout the film. You don't necessarily need to know, chapter and verse for the MCU in the films. But you do need to know some social related stuff, some personal history related stuff on some of the people, like because he kind of pulls in some digs on their their lives and stuff like that. So, but nothing too much. I mean, the jokes are flying fast and furious, so it's going to take you a couple viewings to hear everything. God, one of the cameos in there is so good. Just the bait and switch nature of it is just, God, so good. It's so hilarious, so funny. Um, but the other portrayals in this, the villain Cassandra Nova, she's like the uh, twin of Professor X, tried to strangle him in the womb and all that type of stuff. She's in here, and it's a good portrayal. She's really frightening, sort of villain with her powers and such. The other cameos, we got some body doubles in some instances where we see the characters, but not the original person playing, which is fine. The main cameos we got, like especially one of them that I heard about, but then I kind of forgot about, and then seeing it on screen, it was like, God. Um, but yeah, I've jumped around a lot. There's a lot less structure to this than my normal lack of structure for these, but it's a good movie. Go see it. I mean, you're gonna want to go see it. Go see it before it gets spoiled for you on Facebook, or if you have like a circle of geek friends and they're gonna be talking about it. So just go see it as soon as you can before it gets spoiled. It's a good movie, albeit it feels a little long in some places. But that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to comic book movies. Um, Ryan Reynolds knocks it out of the park. Hugh Jackman knocks it out of the park. Cameo people that I won't mention knock it out of the park. The villain knocks it out of the park. So it's just a really good movie. I know it's tempting for them to try to drag out and do a fourth one. I'm really hoping that they don't. I'm really hoping that this truly is the swan song for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, because we finally got him in the costume. We even got the freaking mask like all the way on, and we see that on display. So we got what we want. We took in Whovian, see, the TARDIS, in Whovian parlance, like we took the long way around, but we got here to Deadpool, and we got here to Wolverine, and a comic book for the most part accurate Wolverine on screen. Like, let's go out on a high note, and hopefully they get to do that for Jackman. He gave us 20 some odd years of giving it his all, whether or not the script sucked in some of the movies, or other things weren't as good as they could have been around him. He gave it his all, and I appreciate his efforts and his work and sacrifices and what have you, and everything along the way to give us this character. But hopefully this is the end of the road, and he's going to pass the torch on to somebody else, and it'll bode well for a nice clean slate for Wolverine in the MCU eventually, whenever that happens. Though I am hoping that whenever they do the X-Men in the MCU, it's not super Wolverine focused like the Fox X-Men were. But I'm not holding my breath out for that. But all in all, Deadpool is a good fucking movie. Go see it. Bottom line. Go see it. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it, scattered as they oft. Oh, what do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time, of course, always let us geek.